Calm before the storm, he wasn't born scorned or forlorn. Far from the norm, but his birthplace was war-torn. From conflict with the neighboring country, Pops traveled there daily and monthly to make some money. A history of violence, rival ethnic groups, militarized police who pulled their weapons, shoot and execute. They stood on necks with boots and kept him under pressure. He was a clever youth expecting something better. Just a teenager trapped in a hellscape. Mom, dad, and toddler sister for cellmates. There was an uprising, bombs dropping, guns firing. Casualties, he saw his loved ones dying. His parents were a married couple buried in rubble. Little sister body broken with her hair in a puddle of blood, so we wrapped her up and carried the bundle and watched her take her last breath of air as she struggled. Ishmael, as his tale, his young heart was throbbing. Empires falling, the pilots are carpet bombing, turning cities into smoldering ruins. No mercy or pity when the soldiers are shooting. Ishmael, as his tale, his young heart was throbbing. Empires falling, the pilots are carpet bombing, turning cities into smoldering ruins. No mercy or pity when the soldiers are shooting. No longer a teenager, it's a decade later. Angels of death invaders headed west, explosive detonators. Harsh memories of bodies blown apart, injuries, artillery, nightmares of a dark entity, scarred mentally. In a refugee camp, enemies make a continuous and steady advance. No resisting it, they hitting dissidents with drone strikes. They blast on second-class citizens with no rights. Old beef. Lives are taken and turning to meat grinder. No peace. Violating the terms of the ceasefire. Beyond deadly, living like a refugee, no time petty. Heartbreakers are waiting with bombs ready, and peacekeepers assisting asylum seekers to make an escape to the states with migrant visas. From this insanity to the land of the free. So 5 times a day he's praying on his hands and knees. Ishmael, it's his tale, his young heart was throbbing. Empires falling, the pilots are carpet bombing, turning cities into smoldering ruins. No mercy or pity when the soldiers are shooting. Ishmael, it's his tale, his young heart was throbbing. Empires falling, the pilots are carpet bombing, turning cities into smoldering ruins. No mercy or pity when the soldiers are shooting. Ishmael, is his tale, his young heart was throbbing. Empires falling, the pilots are carpet bombing, turning cities into smoldering ruins. No mercy or pity when the soldiers are shooting. Ishmael, it's his tale, his young heart was throbbing. Empires falling, the pilots are carpet bombing, turning cities into smoldering ruins. No mercy or pity when the soldiers are shooting.
The surge of migrants started in the spring of 2022. Since then, city officials say more than 224,000 migrants have come. Initially, the mayor welcomed the new arrivals. A sanctuary city with the right to shelter mandate allowed asylum seekers to find food, clothes, medical attention, and a place to stay.
Landed in the plainer city, life to explore. Still damaged by the pain, so many died in the war. A new experience, excited for more opportunities to rise. He applied at a store for employment, hired at a clothing shop. He enjoyed it, but couldn't deny there was culture shock. Unloading sneakers, putting t-shirts on hangers. Broken English, it wasn't his first language. Overseas he had suffered the worst anguish. Then he got to know the evil coming from the words of strangers. A passerby called him a terrorist. He replied, they asked him why he was talking in Arabic. That's when he learned to hate his heavy accent. He was a very hard worker, saving every last cent. Catching buses on the corner alone, drivers in traffic muttering foreign to go home. Son of Abraham, stranger in a strange land. Ishmael had made plans of becoming a great man. He left the mayhem and killing in his country to build his money in the land of milk and honey. Son of Abraham, stranger in a strange land. Ishmael had made plans of becoming a great man. He left the mayhem and killing in his country to build his money in the land of milk and honey. He was harassed by a cop with a metal badge and punks and pickup trucks with nuts and rebel flags. He went to work and didn't want to face the ignorance and started thinking everybody hated immigrants for taking all of their jobs and making benefits. But he was earning just enough to make a living with. He got away from the hands of the empire, jumped out the frying pan and into the fire. Ishmael was waking up in the morning when he was raided by the immigration enforcement. His last stand tackled by a masked man, kidnapped and thrown in the back of a black van. He was misunderstood by the slow learners, but so determined that he had a sole purpose. A bettering himself, he was committing no murders, selling no drugs and loved by his co-workers. Son of Abraham, stranger in a strange land, Ishmael had made plans of becoming a great man. He left the mayhem and killing in this country to build his money in the land of milk and honey. Son of Abraham, stranger in a strange land, Ishmael had made plans of becoming a great man. He left the mayhem and killing in this country to build his money in the land of milk and honey.
Targeted raids by ICE agents continue to spark outrage and fear. Families are staying indoors, businesses closing their doors early, and the pressure to protect immigrants is mounting. Several city leaders are taking action against the raids, and that includes a lawsuit they jointly filed to block the tactics used by federal agents.